Hey guys, Victoria here and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about how to write argumentative essays. So there are many types of essays. There are descriptive, there are narrative essays in which you write stories, and then there are argumentative essays. So argumentative essays is actually one of my favorite types of essays to write in the exam because I feel that it is easier to score in argumentative essay. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 6 ways to write a good argumentative essay. And along with today's video as well, I have posted another video which is on the list of advanced English words which you can use in any essays at all, along with their common terms. So make sure that you go watch that video after you watch this one. I'm just going to go on to the second one, which is imperative. Imperative means important in normal terms. So the common term that we always use is important. We always say, but argumentative essays are essays where you are asked to have an opinion about something, so you can either agree or disagree with the question given. So the first tip that I have for you in writing argumentative essay is to read the question carefully. Read the question carefully, analyze it, maybe read it twice, and make sure that you understand the question fully and know about the topic of the question. And make sure that you also feel strongly about the question, meaning you have an opinion about it. Let's say the question that you've been given is write your opinion about working from home, and you know nothing about working from home. Then obviously don't choose that kind of question. But if there is a question that you feel strongly about, like let's say the question is boys are better than girls, and you feel strongly about that subject, you agree or you disagree strongly, and you know that you have your points and you can make them clear to the examiner and you can convince the examiner with your points, then go ahead and write that essay. So the first thing that you want to do is to read the question carefully and make sure that you have strong opinions about the question. My second tip actually goes hand in hand with the first tip, which is to understand the question well enough that you do not write out of topic. So I'm sure that your teacher have taught you that if you write out of topic, your essay will be worth 3 points, no matter how good your language skills is and no matter how good your grammar is. If your essay is out of topic, then they will give you 3 marks only. So make sure that you read word by word and understand every single word in the question. If you don't understand a word from that question, then just don't pick that question. Number 3, you have to present your argument based on the standpoint that you have taken. So you can either disagree or agree with a question. You can either support or fight against something. So how do you present your argument? I'll show you that right now. Okay, so how do you actually present your argument? We'll talk about this right now. So for example, the topic that you've been given is competition in school. And first of all, we'll plan out the intro first. In the intro, you will have to look at the topic given. Read properly word to word and make sure that you understand each word and how you actually want to write this essay. Next, you have to explain the topic given. So be careful not to go into any sort of your points in intro. You cannot mention any of your points in intro yet. You will just have to explain the topic given, not your opinion on it, what the topic actually is instead of what you think of it, because what you think of it will be your content. But now we're only at the intro, so you have to explain the topic given first. And thirdly, you have to express your stand so that the examiner kind of know where you stand, what you support. You just mention in one line will do. You can say things like I believe, or in my opinion, I'm of the opinion that, stuff like that. And then we'll move on to the body. And in body is where you present your arguments, your actual opinions on the topic. And usually what we do is to support, you have to write 2 points to support and 2 points to not support or disagree. So whether you agree or disagree, you have to look at both sides of the picture. You can't be biased and just write about supporting. So even if you support the topic, you will have to write 2 reasons why you support it and 2 reasons why you don't support it. So for example, if we are talking about competition in school, the reason for supporting it might be to have the fighting spirit, because when there is competition, you will want to fight to win, so you can have the fighting spirit in students and also sharpen their minds. So here you can include some examples to strengthen your points. So sharpen your minds, you can give example like Scrabble or Sudoku competition, where it involves a lot of thinking and it forces your brain to think, so it can sharpen your mind. So it's important to include examples in every single point that you have. And then for disagreeing, some people might feel inferior, and some people might hate being compared to others, like this person is better than me in this area, so it might affect self-confidence. The other one is it might be humbling, and some people might even fall to depression because they feel like they are not as great as their friends. So these are the 2 points of disagreeing, and these are the 2 points of agreeing. So when you look at both sides of the picture already, then you can restate your stand in your conclusion. So in your conclusion, you will just have to restate your stand. Example might be, in my opinion, I think that competition in school is definitely more beneficial than it is harmful, because, and restate 2 of your points. So you have to restate your stand and remind the examiner where you stand in around this topic. And to make this conclusion, you can use phrases like I believe, I believe. You can use phrases like it cannot be denied that. You can use phrases like I am sure that, or I am of the opinion that. So that's how you write your intro, body, and conclusion. Now that we have looked at how to present an argument, we'll move on to number 4, which is to have at least 2 points for both agree and disagree. So when you have 2 points for agree, 2 points for disagree, and you have 1 intro and conclusion, it will end up being 6 paragraphs, which is the standard number of paragraphs for continuous writing. But usually if I agree with a topic, then I'll give 3 reasons why I agree and 2 reasons why I disagree. And likewise for when I disagree with a topic, and usually I'll end up with around 7 paragraphs. 5. Some of you guys might be wondering whether to use present or past tense when writing argumentative essays, and the answer is to use present tense. Only use past tense when you're referring to a past incident to become an example to your point. And final thing is to know your facts before you argue. You have to be very sure and convincing when writing argumentative essay, because essentially you're arguing and you want to convince the examiner that what you're saying is correct, that you're taking the correct standpoint. So make sure to know all your facts before you argue. If you yourself are unsure of something, then it is very difficult to convince the examiner. So yeah, know your facts. So those are all the steps to write a good argumentative essay, and along with today's video, I've posted another video which is on the list of advanced words that you can include in your essay, so make sure that you go check that video out after you watch this one. Anyway, give this video a like if you have learned something from it, and yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon with my next video.